gentlemen, we are all set to commence the first event for the day, which is the evaluation contest. Come on, audience, put your hands together. And to conduct this segment, we have an empowering voice. Someone who is going to lead us through this segment with a lot of courage and confidence. I request my co-host to introduce her in her poetic style.
From stages bright to leadership's call, she stood with passion through it all. Since 2019, with purpose so clear, she's grown and served year after year. With dedication strong and spirit free, she shaped leaders for all to see. Past president with vision wide, at SLP she led with pride. As area director, she paved the way. Then Division G, she led one day. And still today, her light shines through in every role, both strong and true. As district administration manager now, she leads with grace and shows us how. At Sukoon Insurance, she leads with strength and skill sincere. So let us welcome with applause and cheer a leader we admire and hold so dear. Please applaud in energy, warmth, and glee for Toastmaster and Weeraman 3.
Come on, everyone, put your hands together for our evaluation contest chair, Toastmaster and Veeraman 3.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, for the wonderful introduction. District leaders, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, a good morning to all of you. It is my privilege to be your contest chair for the evaluation speech contest for District 127 for the year 2025-2026. Our chief judge today is Distinguished Toastmaster Mimi Shibu. Before we commence the contest, please allow me to state a few house rules. For the duration of this contest, audience members will not be permitted to enter or leave this room. We request the support of the Sergeant-at-Arms team to man the doors in order to ensure this. The entire event is being covered by the district media team. Kindly refrain from recording any of the speeches being delivered on stage. Members of the audience are requested to avoid prompting the speaker to ensure integrity and fairness for all contestants. In case of any unwanted disruptions, please note that the entire contest may need to be repeated once again. Request all members to kindly ensure all your mobiles and other digital devices are switched off or put on silent mode. Can we take 5 seconds to check your mobiles now? We do not want any disruptions during the contest. In case of emergency alerts, we request the speakers and the audience to pause, remain calm, and continue to remain seated while awaiting further instructions from the DTAC organizing team. Now, moving on to the contest rules. The contest shall begin with a test speech of 5 to 7 minutes
by a test speaker. Contestants may make their notes only in the papers provided as the test speaker is delivering the speech. Now, contestants, on this particular paper, you will need to write your name on top and the speaking order. Please make note of that. After the test speech, all contestants will be escorted by the Sergeant-at-Arms team to an adjacent waiting area and will be then given 5 minutes to write their notes on the paper provided to them. Request the timer to please accompany the contestants and time 5 minutes duration. Contestants will stop writing when the timer indicates 5 minutes are over and will hand their notes to the Sergeant-at-Arms. The contestants have been briefed on the timing, and timing signals shall be as follows. May I request our timers to display the timing lights as I read out timing specifications. The green light will be turned on after 2 minutes and shall remain on. The amber light will be turned on after 2 minutes and 30 seconds and shall remain on. The red light will be turned on after 3 minutes and will remain on till the evaluation is completed. No indication will be given to the contestants if they exceed the time limits. Thank you, timer. A contestant will be disqualified if the speech is less than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes 30 seconds. Timing starts when the first word uttered or when the speaker uses any form of communication with the audience. Only the contestants or judges can lodge a protest, either with the Chief Judge, DTM Nimi Shibu, or myself, the contest chair, before the adjournment of the contest. The announcement of the contest winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case the Chief Judge, ballot counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. Now, let us meet our contestants. Please allow me to introduce the contestants in the speaking order as determined by a draw of lots. I have briefed all contestants on the contest rules and confirmed that all contestants are eligible. We have 8 contestants competing today. I will now announce them and I request them to stand up as their name is announced. Request the audience to kindly hold your applause until I have introduced all the contestants. Contestant number 1, Najla Abdullah. Contestant number 2, Shweta Chokalingam. Contestant number 3, Siddharth Rajiv. Contestant number 4, Sanjana Prakash. Contestant number 5, Satyanarayanan Sairam. Contestant number 6, Shritu Shrijit. Contestant number 7, Sivaramakrishnan Elumalai. Contestant number 8, Neha Vasudevan. Contestants, you may now please be seated. After every contest has finished, there will be a 1-minute silence for judges to complete their scores. During this period, everyone is requested to remain silent and remain within the room. It is now time to begin the contest. Timers, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Nimi Shibu, may I please have your permission along with the test speaker details? Allow me to introduce the test speaker for today. The test speaker is Vinitha Modani. Toastmaster Vinitha, can we do please a mic check? Yes, Toastmaster Vinitha, can you please repeat this test phrase? Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Of champions.
Is it audible?
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Toastmaster Vinitha Modani, how big is your tank? How big is your tank? Toastmaster Vinitha Modani.
May I request you to look around this room? How far do you see? Is your vision getting restricted by the 4 walls in this room? What if these walls disappear? How further would you be able to see then? Some long distance, the horizon, the sky and the stars? And just like these physical barriers, do you often build those invisible walls in your minds that prevent you from becoming the best versions of yourselves? And what if those walls fade too? How would your world look like then? Good morning, contest chair, respected judges, and fellow Toastmasters. Let me share a small story with all of you. Years ago, Richard, who lived in America, owned a magnificent fish tank. It was his pride and joy, filled with aquatic life of vibrant colors: red, blue, orange, and some even purple. But the jewel of his collection was Kelly, a small golden shark with beautiful white markings on her tail. Kelly was more than a pet to Richard. Kelly was family. Richard sat beside Kelly every evening and spoke to her for long hours, sharing his dreams, his fears, and his ambitions. Things look perfect, but don't we all know that life happens while we are busy making plans? One day, Richard had to decide to move to the other part of the country because of his job. And with that came a dilemma as to how he can take Kelly along with him. He knocked every possible door But unfortunately, nothing worked out. Disheartened, and after much thought, Richard moved Kelly to an oceanarium in the city. Now, this oceanarium was a huge one, sprawling half the size of a football field with 7 levels of ocean water. People gathered here to marvel at the wonders of the ocean. After moving Kelly, Richard left the city as if he had abandoned a part of his soul. Though life moved on, but Richard often dearly missed Kelly and often grew restless, thinking as to how Kelly must be coping in that new environment. But as luck would have it, 3 years later, Richard got an opportunity to come back to the city. He rushed to the oceanarium, and as he paced through the corridors, and he was searching for his little friend. He looked and he looked, but Kelly was nowhere to be seen. Fearing the worst, he reached out to the caretaker. The caretaker then led him to the main viewing gallery and pointed to a familiar figure. There she was, deep in the blue, a massive golden shark with those unmistakable white markings on her tail. Gosh, that's my Kelly, Richard exclaimed with joy. But at the same moment, stepped back in disbelief, wondering what must have happened to Kelly in these 3 years. And then something profound dawned upon him, that his love and protection had stunted Kelly's growth for 7 years. The oceanarium's vastness allowed Kelly to become what she was always meant to be, a majestic shark. Do you feel that such magic happens only in stories? I thought so, till Shambhu came in our lives. Now you must be wondering who Shambhu is. Shambhu, a boy in his early 20s, belonged to a poor family. My father knew their family. One year, their family went through extreme difficulties. And that is how Shambhu came and started living with us. Now, Shambhu was no ordinary boy. Though he did not know how to read and write, he was always brimming with questions. His eyes always sparkled with curiosity. And whenever me and my brothers sat down to study, he used to grab a newspaper or a magazine and come and sit next to us, pretending to read and trying to fit in. One day, I asked him, Shambhu, do you want to learn English? To which his eyes not only lit up, they were on fire as he said yes with the broadest smile possible. Next day, we began with a board and some chalk pieces. In a month's time, he mastered the alphabet. Then we moved to 2-letter words and then 3-letter words. And soon he could use most of the common words in English. A year later, he could read parts of that newspaper. With this basic knowledge, he expressed his desire to become an electrician. He enrolled himself in a vocational training institute, and needless to say, he had the certificate in his hand in a year's time. Shambhu got a job, he moved out of our home, and after a few years, we were pleasantly surprised to hear that he had opened his own small shop in the heart of Mumbai, a metropolitan city in India. Now, what changed Shambhu's life? What was the magic here? Instead of being consumed by his challenges, he chose to expand his mind, to dream and to act on those dreams. Now, my question to you, how big is your tank? How big do you allow your minds to grow? How big do you allow your minds to envision? Every morning, we have a chance to grow our tanks as big as possible. So go fill your tanks with your dreams and all that you desire for. Do what it takes. See yourself doing the hard part. See yourself doing the part that gives you joy. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, do not forget to ask yourselves, how big is my tank? And maybe you'll discover that you were built for that ocean all along. Contest.
May I now request the Sergeant at Arms team and timer to escort the contestants to the waiting area. Contestants, kindly hand over any mobile phones, tabs, electronic devices, smart watches, either to the Sergeant at Arms or leave it in the main room. Audience, you can please remain in the main room. Right. Since all our contestants are now moved to the waiting room, I would like to call upon our test speaker for the day, Toastmaster Vinita Modani. Right. We got 4 to 5 minutes left. What do you want to do? Slide master, can I have my slides, please? Let's play a quick game. Now, I request all of you try to play this game as much as possible without using a digital device. Let's test your brain power. Put your brain muscles into action. Now we know, Toastmasters, what is our tagline? Exactly, where leaders are made. This is Toastmasters' tagline. Now, same way, some of the leading brands in the world, we have taglines, slogans. Let's test some of the leading brands' slogans, if you remember. Try not to Google. Okay, can we have the first logo, please? Some are very easy. Just do it. Yes, and what's the logo? Nike. Let's move on to the next one. Someone said finger licking good. He went to the wrong shop. Can I have it? Yes, we all love it. Let's move to the next one. Apple. I'm sure everyone is holding one, but do you know their slogan or the tagline? Almost there, yes. Think different. So that is their slogan. Let's move to the next one. Okay, Walt Disney. I'm not going to ask what is the logo. It's clearly written there. But do you know their tagline? Yes. It's called the happiest place on earth. Right. I'm sure everyone is having one of these in your wallets. But do you know their slogan? What is it? No. It's quite long, but I want you to guess. Yes, and please continue. Please continue. The first line is, there are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's a MasterCard, and that's the trap. That's the trap. Okay, let's move to the next one, please. Yes, it's Toyota, but what is their slogan or the tagline? Yes, let's go places. That's their slogan. Next one. Red Bull gives you wings. Correct. Okay, now the next one, let's try to guess without using your devices. Yes, it's L'Oreal Paris, and their tagline or the slogan is, because you're worth it. And that's why most of the ladies, we love it. Okay, somebody got this right. Yes. What is it? Can I have it? Finger licking good, KFC. Okay, let's move to a local brand now. Exactly. Emirates, fly better. Okay, the logo with the 3 black stripes, Adidas. And what's their logo? Slogan? Impossible is nothing. Such a motivational slogan. By the way, are you using any digital device? Only the device up here, right? Right. Okay. Let's go to the next one. FedEx. Okay. FedEx. What do FedEx do? Yes, you're almost there. On time, but there is something before that. No, not delivery. No. I'll give 2 more guesses. On time every time, and then there's another version, the world on time. So they have 2 different versions. I think DTM Balaji, you guessed it right as well. Okay, next one I think you saw already. Pringles. Yes. Once you pop, you can't stop. We have time, I think, for one more logo. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Right. Those were the logos that I had, thinking it will be sufficient, but we have more time. Yes. DTAC, what is our slogan? Empowering voices. Any other logos that you want to try? Let's say, pardon? Yes, where leaders are made. Exactly. Let's have one more logo. Maybe I'm thinking Netflix. Netflix. You don't watch Netflix? Okay. It's Netflix and chill. So, okay, Netflix where leaders are made. Someone is still stuck on to leaders are made. Right, let's go for one more logo. You want to challenge some other person? Any logo? Maybe the 2 rows here. Come up with a logo. Let the others try. DHL. You want them to try DHL? I think you work there, right? Okay, right. Chief judge is in the room, and I have an indication to move on with the contest. We need to get back to business. Can I take the screens off, please? Yes. We are about to start the evaluation contest, so I would like to call the audience to please settle down, take your seats, do not move around creating distractions for our contestants, and take 5 seconds to recheck all your mobiles and other digital devices. Please do that. In case of any distraction, it will be very unfair and we might need to repeat the entire contest. Let's test the mic, please. Contestant number 1, please repeat after me. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
We are good to go. Contestant number 1, Najla Abdullah. Najla Abdullah, contestant number 1.
Good morning, distinguished Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests. How big is your tank? My target speaker, Toastmaster Vineta, hammered us with questions from the beginning, one after another, not only provoking the thoughts, but making the heart work around it. And at the end, she said, how big is your tank? Go and imagine and fill your tank. Now I knew why did she choose this title. Toastmaster Vineta, at the beginning, she asked all of us, do you often build those voices in your mind that prevent you from being the best version of yourself? And I said, wow, this woman, she knows what's inside me. Actually, it came in the right time. First time stepping on the DTAC, and she said to me, go and fill your tank. It was the right message at the right time. She did an amazing takeoff, a full thrust, and she raised the aircraft up in the air, taking all of us with her. Yes, this is what we want. This is the message in the morning. As the chief judge said, evaluation is the breakfast of champion. My target speaker, Toastmaster Vineta, have given the breakfast for all of us today to start our evaluation. Not only that, the storytelling and the skills that she demonstrated in just 6 minutes was a story inside a story. And what else do we need to remember Toastmaster Vineta? She have described Kelly, the small baby chart, the relationship with Richard. All the story was filled with people that they have a role in this speech. She said and described the moment that Richard was disheartened about leaving the baby chart behind. What a strong voice. What a vocal variety. She captured my heart. I could see the blue ocean when he's giving away his fish and leaving. I could see every aspect as if I was with her, bit by bit. I could see the boy, Shambo. I could see her support, his bright eyes when it got widened, and he knew that she's supporting him in the journey. Overall, I would like to say that she took us in a journey. If I may suggest to take this speech, which is already strong, to a higher level, I would say the moment when she said that Richard was disheartened, the same strong voice that she used it all the time, it would go as well lower to describe the sadness. And her move on the stage were really, really, really efficient. But I would say that she could take us in these moments where there is 3 minutes, 3 years gap has been passed, so she can take us there. Overall, strong speech, strong voice, vocal variety, capture us with the storytelling. To elevate it more, I would say just to use the lower version of the voice to describe the light emotional moments. Thank you all.
Let's have absolute 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 2, let's do a test phrase. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of the champ.
Please repeat.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Let's welcome contestant number 2 on stage. Contestant number 2, Shweta Chokalingam. Shweta Chokalingam, contestant number 2.
You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in a drop, Toastmaster Vinita. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and respected judges. Toastmaster Vinita is a gem of a speaker. And why I say this? Because of 3 points. First, she had good stories, and stories sell more. She had the first story of Kelly the fish and the second story of Shambhu. Both of it had a message that was clear-cutly said. Her storytelling was excellent. Rushed to the ocean area to see where was Kelly. Loved her storytelling. And even in Shambhu's story, it was a message that you have to lift up your dreams. The next part is, what is the theme of this year's DTAC? Exactly, empower voices. Her voice went high. She was excited to see, gosh, that's my Kelly. And she had increased her voice for that. She had engagement. May I request you to look at the room to begin her sentence with, she had engaged with the help of questions. The last but not the least is the M, which is a message with her story. To dream and to act on your dreams. How big is your fish tank? She ended with her title itself. This speech could have been taken to another level. You could top it up by incorporating top. The first thing, takeaway. Transformational takeaway is needed. How about you end it with a quote about dreams? Like APJ Abdul Kalam once said, dreams are not the ones that you have in your sleep, but dreams are the ones that prevent you from sleeping. Maybe that would have given us more of an impact if there was a transformational takeaway. Open better. The O meaning opening. How about there could have been dramatics in her opening? Kelly, I miss you. I miss you so much. Where were you? Maybe that opening could have grabbed our attention much better. The last but not the least, the P. P stands for placement of character and picturization for us to visualize Kelly the fish or Shambhu the boy, for example. Shambhu, a boy with hair all over the place, but he came with a vibrant smile to say, look, I have my certificate. I've passed with flying colors. She could have stood here for Shambhu's dialogues and conversation. And she could have been here and said, wow, we're so pleased to hear this. I'm so happy for you. Some kind of visual characterization and picturization with the powerful placement of characters would have helped. Overall, you're a gem speaker because you had a good stories, you had engagement, you had empowering voice and a message conveyed because of your story. If you could top it up by incorporating transformational takeaway, open better, and picturization and placement of character, you would shine bright like a diamond.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their scores. Contestant number 3, can you please repeat the test phrase? Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Let's welcome contestant number 3 onto the stage. Contestant number 3, Siddharth Rajiv. Siddharth Rajiv, contestant number 3.
How big is your tank? When Toastmaster Vinita started her speech, I thought she was talking about this tank. But then she took me through a journey where she made me realize that there are other tanks also, and that there are walls around us. And that one brilliant opening kept me hooked on her speech from the start. It felt very natural. The stories kept going one by one and took us all on a journey without it feeling rushed or very in a very speedy manner. The curiosity thing also kept going where when she introduced the first story of Richard, I kept thinking, where is she going with this? What is happening here? And when she brought in that connection of the tank and the walls to the story, it felt a very warm and happy sensation in me. I felt, wow, that's something that could have really impacted me, and that felt something that can really add value to me. So the value of that story was amazing in my opinion. The second thing that I really liked was the way she introduced the characters kept making me feel curious. She first said Richard, and I was like, who's Richard? And then she introduced him. She said Kelly, and I was like, who's Kelly? And then she introduced. So this way, it got us to wonder or care about who the person is before finding out who they are. And the third thing that I really liked about her speech was that she felt very natural. I didn't feel this sort of, fakeness. It felt very authentic. When I was listening to her, I felt like she was speaking directly to me. Felt very natural. She took us on this very pleasant ride. Like I felt it was a very pleasant speech from start to finish. Now, if I would to recommend two things that I think the speaker can do better, one is bring in a bit more of humor in the speech. That would have made the energy in the audience a bit more better. But one of the things you could have done was you could have made Kelly a girl. Like, now Richard was a lonely man and he wanted to find a beautiful girl. So he went and met Kelly, a tall, white, beautiful shark. Now, why Richard wanted a shark? I don't know. By doing something like this, you could have made the speech a bit more humorous. And the second thing which I felt was the energy from start to finish was the same. By varying the pitch, by bringing in a bit more of vocal variety, you could have really kept us in the space over there. When Kelly was sent to the aquarium, I didn't feel Richard's sadness. Maybe you could have really made us feel it. Richard felt sad. And when Richard saw, he realized how much he stunted her growth. So varying the vocal variety like this, you could have really brought in some more energy into the speech. So in summary, you had great stories, you had good authenticity. With a little bit of focus on humor and energy, you can also go into the ocean. Over to you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence. Timing. Contestant number 3, can you please repeat the test phrase? Evaluation is, contestant number 4, evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of the champions. Evaluation is the breakfast of the champions.
We are good to go. Let's welcome contestant number 4 on stage. Contestant number 4, Sanjana Prakash. Sanjana Prakash, contestant number 4.
If you want to do something great, if you want to overcome your tank at a faster rate, go ahead and break down those invisible barriers, because you, my dear, are a courageous warrior. Toastmaster Vinita stepped onto the stage with the power of a masterful storyteller. She came in with a wonderful introduction that hooked the audience. She asked us, "Look around the room, and what do you see?" She proceeded to link this with the barriers, the walls that we have formed, and how we should bring them down. Throughout the speech, her speech flowed with wonderful continuity. It was seamless how she interloped the examples of Richard and Kelly and Shambhu, and she led it into a wonderful conclusion with a good takeaway message for the benefit of the audience. It was very vivid in its description too. For instance, when she said it was a wonderful oceanarium with 7 layers. It was like we were there seeing Kelly in that oceanarium. So born, storyteller is Toastmaster Vinita. But as is the case with any tank, once it has become too big for you, you need to go to the next level. You need to transition into the oceanarium. And how can Toastmaster Vinita do that? See, to be an ace, you need 3 things. A for action, C for characters, and E for emotions. Now, Toastmaster Vinita already had characters, Richard and Kelly and Shambhu. So play with those characters to make them come alive. To bring in emotions, give those characters more dialogues. When you have dialogues, it opens up the avenue to have conversation, to infuse vocal variety. And when you do that, the characters speak for themselves. For instance, Richard, being a man, you can say, "Where is my fish?" in a deep tone. Or Shambhu, being a little boy, "Can you help me study English?" This kind of vocal variety stands out. And when you pack that with A for action, your stage becomes unstoppable. Richard comes in and says, "Where is my fish? I can't see it anywhere." Or Shambhu asks, "I am a timid boy, but now I am a wonderful big electrician." These big gestures stand out and make you look even bigger on the stage. So to be a masterful storyteller, she already knows how to come up with an engaging script and a good message. Infuse that with those actions, characters, voice modulation. Make your characters speak for themselves, and you will truly break the tank. Over to you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence. Please repeat the test phrase. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Let's welcome contestant number 5 on stage.
The other sheet. It's the other sheet. This one. It's the sheet. Sorry.
Contestant number 5, Satyanarayanan Sairam. Satyanarayanan Sairam, contestant number 5.
How little do you think you are, little fish? How little do you think you are, little fish? Why settle for a lake? The ocean is yours if you wish. A very good morning, everyone. Much like Kelly the shark, By the time my test speaker, Toastmaster Vinita, got off the stage, she had grown from a mini shark in an aquarium to a majestic one in the ocean. The core theme, the fundamental message in her speech, was for us to be able to expand our minds. She used two very interesting techniques to pull the audience in: interaction and introspection. She made us look around the room, think about how far we could see, and finally, think about how big our own personal tank was. Very brilliantly done. Secondly, once she had her attention, that primary message flowed through the rest of her speech through one very fundamental tool: emotion. All of us love a good story, right? Whether it was the heartwarming tale of Kelly the shark or the inspiring tale of Shambhu the boy, all of us were very invested in her story once she had us hooked. Since the main tool of the speech was storytelling, I'm going to base my evaluation on these primary points. Because now that the shark is slowly growing, it's time to put it in a much bigger water body. Firstly, since the primary tool was storytelling, situational voice modulation. What do I mean by this? The speaker could have varied the pitch of their voice across different situations. Maybe a softer, somber tone when Richard had to leave the city, leaving Kelly behind, because that was a heartbreaking moment. Secondly, the characters in the story could have been given a little bit more life. They were inspiring, no doubt, but to make them connect a little bit more with the audience. For instance, Shambhu could have been shown reading the newspaper initially. Maybe his hands are shaking, maybe he's stuttering a little bit, and then it builds to a point where, in that soft, sweet voice, he's able to read an entire paragraph. That one point could have driven home the message of expanding your mind in real time. Imagine the power in that. And finally, the message. How big do we allow our minds to be? So powerful. But personally, it became a little philosophical. What the speaker could have done to make it a 10 times more impactful was make that introspection personal to the audience. How little do we allow our minds to be in our personal lives, whether it's at work, with our families? That would have hit harder. To summarize, the speaker hooked the audience with introspection, drove home the message with emotion. She could have used diversification in characters and a personal touch to make her speech much more impactful. Toastmaster Vinita, the ocean is yours. Over to you.
Please maintain 1 minute of silence. Digital devices, please ensure they are switched off or put on silent. Question number 6. Please repeat the test phrase. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
We are good to go. Let's welcome contestant number 6 on stage. Contestant number 6, Shritu Shrijit. Shritu Shrijit, contestant number 6.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. A very good morning, Toastmasters, contest chair, and to our mystery speaker. You see, today we didn't just witness a speaker, we witnessed a captain who took us through her voyage with a key message to think beyond the horizons of your vision and sight. You see, our captain took us through a beautiful story about Richard and Kelly and about her childhood friend Shambhu. Notice, as she entered the stage, she had us at a hook. May I request to look around the room? And with her title of her speech, How Big is Your Tank? She had fantastic stage presence and control. As she questioned, she always moved from one side of the stage, and when she answered, she moved to the other side of the stage. And finally, she had impeccable body language. What if those words failed too? It was his pride and joy. And most importantly, her key message resonated throughout the speech. However, if I look back critically, I feel like when it came to nuanced emotions like sadness and disheartenment, it could have been enriched a bit with the body language. For example, when you're talking about sadness, think of it like an onion, layered and peel it apart. When it comes to your body language, introspection you cave in, retrospection you cave out. You should feel tension in your shoulders and your hands. And your vocal, your pitch should be as low as possible, as loud as possible. Tempo should be as slow as possible, and with absolute inclusion of pauses. So instead of saying, disheartened and after much thought, you say, disheartened and after much thought. That is how you truly leave a lasting impression among your audience. Secondly, while the key message was resonated throughout the speech, we had the hook in the beginning, we had the story of Richard and Kelly, we had the story of herself and Shambhu. I feel like the ending could have included her introspection. What did Toastmasters Vinitha's introspection actually affect in her life? What was her key message in her own life? So to look back, I feel like the speaker had a good hook, good body language, fantastic stage presence and control, and most importantly, the key message resonated. For improvements, I feel like nuanced expressions require nuanced comprehension, and most importantly, the ending could have been more introspective. In the end, our captain proved us that holding your hand throughout the voyage is the most important. So, oh captain, my captain, thank you for reaching us to the end of the horizon. I'll see you at the shoreline. Over to you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 7, please repeat the test phrase. Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast for champions.
Let's welcome contestant number 7 onto the stage. Contestant number 7, Sivaramakrishnan Elumalai. Sivaramakrishnan Elumalai, contestant number 7.
A speech turning into a solution is a masterpiece. Good morning, all. When words just merely inform, we listen. But when they illuminate our minds, we remember it forever. Today, the speaker had illuminated our minds with the fire in her speech. Fire, F, focus, The speech had a clear focus of captivating the audience, the beginning itself. Can you look around and see the resistance? I looked. The essayer was closing the doors. Timingly magnetic. And there was a clear purpose of aligning the audience towards the key message and call to action. Fill your heart with your dreams and chase it. Truly exquisite. Impact. The two stories had created a deep impact where the audience can clearly relate and reflect. Emotionally enriching. E. Energy. The speaker had a compelling energy which reinforced the message with grace and clarity, especially when he said, oceaneering, phenomenally vibrant. I did not forget the R, guys. R, recommendation. There were two stories and multiple anecdotes. If the speaker had thought about connecting those anecdotes, that would have been better. I will help with a single capsule, 4C. Comfort, confusion, clarity, conclusion. If this capsule is considered, then the speaker can easily connect the anecdotes and make the speech seamless. Second, we want to understand the process. Learning alphabets at the age of 20 and opening a new shop is not an easy task. Shambhu would have had his own dreams. What was his dream? What were the hurdles he faced, and how did he break all those barriers? If those points were slightly added, if that concern of process is addressed, it would have been amplified the emotional connection. And finally, we know Kelly can't talk, but Shambhu can. If that character had led a few words and vocal variety was slightly added, that would have amplified the connection and increased the emotional depth in the story. Overall, a fantastic speech with a fire, clear focus. Kelly and Shambhu created the impact, high energy in the vocal voice and variety gestures. If the transitions were considered consuming this 4C capsule, and the change, the process, how it happened, that was slightly addressed, and more importantly, a bit of vocal variety to characterize Shambhu on stage and slight tone change. For example, saying, knocked every doors, it didn't open. That would make the speech next level. For the fire she has got, it's gonna be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Contest chair.
Absolute silence for 1 minute, please. Contestant number 8, can you please repeat the test phrase? Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Evaluation is the breakfast of champions.
Let's welcome contestant number 8 onto the stage. Contestant number 8, Neha Vasudevan. Neha Vasudevan, contestant number 8.
I see the Atlantic Ocean, an expanse limitless, waiting to be conquered. What about you? Good morning, everybody. Today, Toastmaster Vinitha helped us visit a very rich tank. And some of my favorite organisms in that tank were 3. Engagement introduction, inspiration, and lastly, circular construct. Her beginning was a masterclass on the 7 seconds rule. She got us hooked immediately with that question. How big is your tank? And what do you see? We instantly started thinking. In terms of inspiration, her story had so many characters, and their lives had troughs and crests. We saw hope through them. They all had happy endings, and that is what mattered. Richard united with Kelly, Shambhu flourished. There was a clear circular construct to her speech. She had come over to speak to us about opportunities, magic, how we can break the walls. The question that she began with got answered at the end. Hence, message driven home. Now the question is, how can I pump in some oxygen to this tank in order to make it thrive? 3 recommendations. 1, movement. 2, personalities. And thirdly, seamless transition. When I say movement, this entire stage was her tank. She could have used all of it. She had different people. Richard and Kelly could have occupied one part of it. Shambhu could have occupied the other part. And the conclusion could have happened here, loud and clear, in front of you. Secondly, personalities. Now, her story had many people. Richard, Kelly, Shambhu. But did we see them? Did we relate to them? Richard could have been a bespectacled fellow. Kelly, adorable. Shambhu, little mischievous little lad. Maybe we would have remembered them more had she put in personalities to each of them. Lastly, seamless transition. Now, transition was very important between stories. I felt it was pretty drastic. She could have added a tiny connecting line that said, that was Richard's and Kelly's happy ending. Let's move on to another story of magic. Her tank, in summary, was a beautiful one, filled with engagement, interaction. A little bit of movement could have taken the tank to a different level. And lastly, Toastmaster, all I like to say is keep thriving, keep seeking, because the tank is your oyster. Conquer it.
Please, can we have absolute silence and wait for the judges to mark their ballots? May I request the audience to remain seated? I request our Chief Judge to kindly let us know when we can proceed with the rest of the proceedings. That concludes the evaluation contest of the District 127 for the Toastmaster year 2025-26, and the contest is adjourned. It's time to call our contestants to take a quick group picture. And audience, please join me in applauding all our wonderful contestants. All the contestants, please come for a quick group picture.